5:30, and we'll start our regular meeting with a roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Here.
Commissioner Barwick.
Here.
Commissioner Webb.
Here.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Here.
Mayor Absher.
Here, would you all stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, item 3 on the agenda is public comments, audience to visitors. Does anybody like to address the council this evening? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to item 4, our consent agenda, which is items A and B. Commissioner Barwick's already told me he's going to abstain. He'll explain that here in a second on this vote, but anybody else want items A, B, or any sub-item removed and voted upon separately? Anybody from the audience want any item in the consent agenda removed and voted upon separately? Okay, to entertain a motion to pass the consent agenda as presented, please.
I make a motion to accept the consent agenda A, 1, 2, 3, and B as presented.
I'll second that.
Okay, Commissioner Barwick, you want to explain your
Yes,
abstention?
in full transparency, I'll be abstaining from the vote. My grandson is on the list at the hub to be hired, so I'll not be voting on that tonight.
Okay, any discussion on any of these items? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Abstain.
Commissioner Webb.
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. All right, under Building and Code Services, it looks like the zoning board had 3 items on their last agenda. Looks like they approved all of these variances, if I'm reading right. You've got all the notes in your packet. Entertain a motion to consider item 5A, please.
I'll make a motion to affirm the zoning board's approval of a request for a 2-foot variance on the north and south side, making the setback 8 feet instead of the required 10 at 902 North Highland Street, parcel number 0613259005.
I would second that.
Any questions on this item? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay.
Commissioner Webb.
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 5B, also a variance. Need a motion on this item, please?
I'd make a motion that, to affirm the zoning board's approval of a request for a 10-foot variance on the west side of 1203 East Reeve Street, parcel 07-18-284-005.
I second that.
Any questions or comments on this one? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay.
Commissioner Webb.
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 5C.
I'd make a motion to affirm the zoning board's approval of a request for a 4-foot variance on the front setback at 1408 West Walnut Street, parcel number 06-24-132-010 for a porch built without a permit.
I'll second that.
Any discussion on this item? We just discovered that somehow after the fact.
I don't know if you got it.
Okay, roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay.
Commissioner Webb.
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Cody, you want to walk us through these 4 TIF items, please?
Yeah, so the first is an inducement resolution associated with a property adjacent to Aspire Yoga. They're purchasing what I think is a current nail salon there, if I'm not mistaken, just to the north of that property. And with the city exploring putting the new TIF in, TIF 20. This property would be located within that TIF, so any costs associated with the renovation or demolition, whatever they ultimately decide of that property, would be TIF eligible. Let me walk you through all 4 of them, or,
No, let's just do one at a time.
okay.
I'll make a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-10, a TIF 20 inducement agreement with Aspire Yoga LLC.
I'll second that.
Okay, any questions on this resolution? We will probably have several of these as this moves forward, so that's normal course. And we're considering one, so expect that. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay.
Commissioner Webb.
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 6B, Cody.
This one is an amendment. We've seen several of these through the years. When there's a project ongoing, a lot of times costs are accidentally made in a name, maybe not of the LLC taking on the project. That's the case here. There are 2 officers to this LLC, Dave and Monica Neese, and they incurred individual costs associated with this project as well. So all this amendment does is adds their names to the agreement, allowing them to also be reimbursed for costs incurred.
It's not in addition to, it's just they're being grouped together, correct?
Yes, so South Market Homes incurred costs, as well as individually Dave and Monica Neese. We're not adding costs to the project, if that was your question.
Yeah.
We're just adding payees,
Yes.
those that can be reimbursed for those
Okay,
costs.
all right.
So for example, if they went individually and put on their credit card and bought building supplies,
Which is exactly what happened.
Right.
And that's.
then they go, oops,
Right.
because they don't have a credit card in the name of the LLC
Yeah,
or whatever.
They
It's just-
turned in, and I don't have the number in front of me, but let's just say a round number, they turned in $50,000 worth of costs. 30 of those might have been in South Market Homes, 10
Right.
and 10 might have been in their individual names
Right.
because they put items on their credit card. So
Yep,
that's where that comes in.
Perfect.
Okay, I'll move to approve ordinance 3946, amending a redevelopment agreement with South Market Homes LLC, adding the additional developers.
Second that.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay.
Commissioner Webb.
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 6C, Cody.
Okay, 3947 is redevelopment agreement in residential TIF 1 with Julian Rodriguez for his purchase and light renovation of his building there on East D. Young. Was a former dental laboratory, I believe. He bought that building and has since been leased by a realty company.
Okay, somebody else want to read this one?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 3947, a residential TIF 1 redevelopment agreement with Julian Rodriguez for a commercial building at 511 East D. Young.
Second that.
Okay, any other questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay.
Commissioner Webb.
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 6D.
Okay, this last one is a redevelopment agreement with Rodriguez and Rodriguez Inc. This is for the La Fiesta project there at the old Pizza Hut location along East D. Young, along West D. Young. And this encompasses not only the property acquisition for Rodriguez and Rodriguez, but also their renovation costs to the tune of $1.3 million. There are only 11 years left in this TIF, so it's probably unlikely that all that gets paid back, but I don't believe the building's been reassessed yet either, so, which is to the developer's benefit until it does. So that's what this one is.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 3948, a hub TIF redevelopment agreement with Rodriguez and Rodriguez Incorporated for La Fiesta.
Second.
make a comment on this because we talk about big numbers like those on these deals. Such a misunderstanding on the general public sometimes surrounding TIF, and so I'm going to make a real brief attempt to explain that number. So any eligible costs, and what'd you say it was 1.3 million?
1.35, yeah.
1.35 million, which they obviously spent renovating that building. That goes into an eligible reimbursable bucket is what we usually talk about. The only thing that can be pulled out of that bucket, or the only money, so to speak, that they actually get reimbursed, when we say they've got 1.35 million of eligible costs, that's such a that's so misunderstood, because what happens is if their property taxes go up, that they're paying anyway, then they can get a portion of the increment or the increase back until that big amount in that bucket is paid back. So for them to get that kind of money back, their property taxes have to go up probably $3 million at that point over the life of the TIF in 11 years. So again, TIF in this kind of a redevelopment agreement is a great but small incentive. And in the case of how it's being misunderstood, what I need everybody to understand, these folks are paying those property taxes 100% to get 60% of the increase back. So we talk about these big numbers, that tends to be what people repeat out there in the public. Well, they're getting 1-point-something million back. That is not at all the case.
They better hope they don't get all that back.
Yeah.
That means their taxes will-
In fact, great point. In fact, if there's any consistency to what Cody and I tell people when we're having this discussion is, we hope they don't get anything back.
Yeah.
Because we hope their property taxes don't go up to begin with, and there is no increment. That's sort of the best case scenario. But anyway, we have this conversation 25 times between us probably a week or every 2 weeks, I'd say, with different people, and we get numb to it. But I just need to make sure that as we step through these, that everybody understands, or at least I attempt to make sure that everybody understands that TIF, while a good tool, is not resulting in anybody getting the kind of money that is talked about. It's that they have spent that much. In theory, if their property taxes went up enough, they could potentially get that kind of money back, but that's almost never, ever the case. So.
And there's always two other blanket statements I make. One is it's an incentive, but it's probably not a reason to do a project on its face value. There are some misnomers to that where a new subdivision, for example, it would be a very good incentive to do a project. But the other way that I phrase it is TIF is a tool to lessen the penalty for investing in a property.
Mm-hmm.
The penalty being increased taxes,
Right.
or the likelihood of taxes going up. So again, it's not if there's a scenario where they get the full $1.3 million back, they're going to wish that wasn't the case again, because that'll mean a large reassessment in this case.
And I think that's good that we re-explain that every so often, because as you say, the coffee shop talk is such that we're giving away $1.35 million.
Well, and how I know that's true is because we'll have 25 conversations this week. Hey, I heard Lafayette is getting 1.3.
Exactly. Yeah. They have to understand it in the full context.
Yeah.
Rather than what appears to be face value.
Right.
So I think the thing I would encourage people to take away, if their property taxes don't go up, they don't get a dime.
Yes, and we have some instances.
And that happens, and that's actually best, because you never want to spend $1 to get 60 cents. That would be a sure way to go broke.
Right.
But anyway, this has been so grossly misunderstood over the years. We utilize this, obviously, by evidence of this being on the agenda 4 times tonight. But it is not the windfall that some people think it is. And to your point, what we started doing, probably just in the last 2 years, I don't know how that came up, but we were in the same conversation. If you're going to do the project anyway, that's great. Do not do it because TIF exists.
Right.
It may help you here and there. It's not a reason in of itself to do something. It's just a help. Like you said, it's to help lessen that penalty. So with that explanation, I will Move to approve ordinance 3948, a hub TIF redevelopment agreement with Rodriguez and Rodriguez Incorporated for the La Fiesta project.
Second?
Any other discussion on TIF in general or that item in general? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Webb,
Yay.
Commissioner Steckland,
Yeah.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Okay, Jim, you've got several. You may want me and/or Doug to take a stab at D and E because it's a little bit more
Okay.
complicated, but I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, item 7A, it's our annual motor fuel tax season, so to speak, and along with that, we have to do a resolution to the Illinois Department of Transportation to spend the money that we receive from them. So this resolution that I'll get ready to make a motion on is for $900,000. Now, keep in mind our total maintenance program, or total asphalt, hot mix asphalt overlay program is estimated at $1,845,000. So you might ask, where's the difference coming from? And that'll be from our local gas tax and our road and bridge funds for that full program. So, having said that, I would make a motion to adopt resolution 2024-11, authorizing the use of motor fuel tax funds for the 2024 street overlay program.
Second that.
Any questions on 7A? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Webb,
Yay.
Commissioner Steckland,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 7B.
Yes, along with that, we have to put plans together to be able to do this overlay, as well as somebody in the field to inspect it as they overlay it to make sure it's built to those specifications. So with that, I would make a motion to approve a professional service agreement with Horner Schriffen for the design and construction engineering of the 2024 street overlay program. And this is a not to exceed $70,000, with design being $30,000 of that and construction engineering $40,000.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Questions on item 7B? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Webb,
Yay.
Commissioner Steckland,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 7C.
Yes, we have the need to do some paving on in the parking lots of the training center and the pavilion, and we've taken bids. Doug reached out, I think, to took three different proposals, but low bids came in from E.T. Simons. And I'll go ahead and read the motion to approve the low bids for E.T. Simons for parking lot paving at the pavilion and the training center using project funds. The training center came in at $74,100. The pavilion came in at $92,283.89.
Is there a second?
Second?
Discussion on this item, 7C?
Quick question I had. It seems like the entrances into the training center are concrete. Will those be taken out, or will they be milled as well?
Just the one on the east side is the concrete, the one on the west side is asphalt.
It's asphalt. Okay. Okay.
It'll be milled up through the concrete.
Okay.
It looks like we're going back to the 3-inch thickness, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Has the back part of that lot ever been, has it just been rock, or is it?
It's been building some packets.
It is, okay.
Yeah, I showed all the bidders.
Yeah.
And it's to be shaped and then tackled.
That east entrance is in rough shape. Well, a lot of it's in rough shape, but east entrances
We're milling
especially.
it now so we don't have any water issues with it.
Yeah.
I have one more question. This is on the one at the pavilion. Have we given any thought to adding any other, I can't remember, is there lights on the lake side of that parking lot or just on the road side?
This is the small parking lot.
The small one on the,
It's just been rock for
yes,
several years.
yeah.
But there is lights there.
Is there all the way around it? Or just,
No, it's directional lights. It's on the pole. It's because you don't have any power. You just have
Okay.
power along the right of way.
right, but it's enough to do all of it, right?
It's to do with
Light-
the gravel,
Okay. All right.
the gravel area there for.
I say that because it's going to be darker now. We're going to asphalt, it's going to be black. And if it's not lit well, right? Right now it's rocks, so it's white.
I think. Yeah.
Is it?
It
Okay.
is.
I'm trying to remember if the lights were,
I always park in that one.
yeah, okay.
I guess we could always put another light on the pole, couldn't we, if it needed another?
Well, the lights that are currently down Sioux Drive on the east side are going to be moved to the west side around there, so there's going to be more lighting on that
Oh,
side.
okay. Okay.
Okay, first and second, all right? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay?
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Webb,
Yay.
Commissioner Stefan,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item D and E, you've got these color maps on your desk. The county and engineer and Doug and county chairman and I and a few others met to try to tie up some loose ends over a piece of jurisdiction that they got responsible for, which is on the first page here. This is county's responsibility prior to this ordinance. It's on Skyline Drive, moving north from Route 13, that they wanted us to take over. And in exchange, they would take over all the remnants of pieces of road that we've got that are truly out in the county at this point. And that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages at the end of this document. So it's roughly the same amount of linear feet, right?
Yes, so we'll be taking over jurisdiction from Williamson County Parkway to Eisen Drive of Skyline. We already have the jurisdiction from Route 13 to Williamson County Parkway, so
Okay.
we're just taking over that section there with a jurisdictional transfer with the small pieces that's stretched out across the county that we're trying to maintain with the oil chip also, so.
So that's basically right past Home Depot.
Yes,
Yep.
right there at the entrance, right there, north Eisen Drive.
Yeah, I think we're giving up more mileage, which is a good thing. But what we're taking in's got a lot more traffic too, so, you know.
Yeah, and the hard surface maintenance will equal out.
It's just been very difficult for Doug and his crew to get down to
Yeah.
these remote areas that it just didn't make any sense. And the
Yeah.
county is right on each side of these little stretches doing
Yeah.
their maintenance anyway, which is how this all came about.
Yeah, some of that, Doug and I was talking is oil and chip, and that's more the county's bailiwick as far as maintenance, where we do more of the asphalt, so it really makes sense to
They're
switch.
doing oil and chip, and we're already doing our streets and asphalt, so it all
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the stuff that we had just didn't make sense.
Well, it all comes out during annexations.
Yeah,
and, you know,
exactly,
whatever
exactly.
it touched, and it was just little pieces.
This-
Last year, we got rid of Wagon Creek Road down there.
Yeah.
We took care of it
Yeah.
and got it up to spec and jurisdictional transfer with Johnson County. So this'll bring all our maintenance within the city limits.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
So that's what item D and E, they're related, obviously. And I move to approve ordinance 3944 for a jurisdictional transfer of roads by agreement with Williamson County.
I'll second that.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay?
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Webb,
Yay.
Commissioner Stefan,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 7E, like I said, is related. This just has to do with the acceptance, and that would be my motion to approve ordinance 3945 for jurisdictional acceptance of roads from Williamson County.
I'll second
Second.
that.
Okay? Either one of those. Jen or John? Barbara. Okay, roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay?
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Webb,
Yay.
Commissioner Stefan,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Okay, Jim, item 7F, please.
Yeah, we have the need to purchase a F-150 and a F-550 and a truck bed for the 550. And Doug did take bids. Jim Hayes is low bid, and I'll read those amounts here in just a minute. But and then he also got bids on the truck bed that goes on the F-550, and that Mayor's the low bid on that. So with that, I'd make a motion to approve the order and purchase of a new F-150 and a F-550 from Jim Hayes Incorporated, and the purchase of a dump bed for the 550 from Mayor Truck Company, or truck equipment. And this is a fiscal year 25 budget items. And the dump bed price is $47,500. The F-150 from Jim Hayes is $41,631. And the price on the F-550 is Jim Hayes at $64,974. That'd be my motion.
I second that.
There's no trade-ins either on this, so if you're wondering.
What's the second on this page? Oh, what's the 64801?
That's something he wrote on his own paper when he was doing his calculations. Yes, sorry about that, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when he copied it, he did.
Okay. For a second.
Yes.
Of course. Great, any questions on 7F? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Webb,
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 7G.
Yes, we have the need to purchase a new bush hog, and we will be trading in our existing bush hog. So it's from Little Tractor Equipment, was a low bid on that. The full purchase price is $21,100 minus the trade-in of $3,500. Puts the net cost to us at $17,600. And I'd make a motion to approve this purchase from Little Tractor.
I'd second that.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Webb,
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 8A, if you look in your packet, we talked about this briefly 2 meetings ago, on these kiosks that are being paid for by the coal impacted community grant funds. These are 2 MetroClick brand 55-inch outdoor information kiosks. These are, I'll show a picture of these. These allow us to display, one of them, by the way, we're planning on putting right up here where the ATM used to be at the bank. This is hopefully to be able to tell people what all the downtown events are. I don't know that we've 100% determined where the second one goes. John and I were Commissioner Stecklin was having a conversation, is that maybe we ought to find another location in town, but I'm not sure exactly where that might be. But anyway, we looked at several different companies, including one that Terrence recommended last time. These are not advertising based. I don't think that's what we wanted to do. The best business model for those that were advertising based, was it Swoosh? Was that the name? Swish or Swoosh? That only paid for about 20% of the thing anyway, if I remember right. And but these are expensive because they're weather sealed and weatherproof. So that's why these were chosen. And that's my motion to approve the purchase of these 2 MetroClick 55-inch outdoor information kiosks using the Coal Impact Community Grant Funds.
Can I ask a question on it? Are these interactive or just display?
They're just play.
Display.
Yeah.
So it's one picture that stays up.
No, it changes. The message changes, but
Yeah.
it's not touch screen to
Okay.
where somebody can navigate to Facebook on it.
All right, so you can multiple do things on it,
Oh, yeah.
just not.
And we can change that display remotely. The software allows it to change remotely. And
Got another question. On this sheet, it shows that after the second year, there would be a $1,200 per kiosk fee.
yeah, it's $2,400 maintenance fee after the first year. That'll come out of project funds. probably.
What would that cover? I mean, if it's
The
not
software
interactive?
that manages the system remotely so that you don't have to go to each machine, which you can with, and we might, if we feel like we can do without the maintenance fee, but you can put it on an SD card, the software, and do it inside of here, and take it and upload it, or
To
you can
program it.
remotely manage this. It also includes the technical support where they can remote in and fix something if something goes bad, but I'm not 100% convinced we need that after the first year, but we can determine that once we've seen them in use in the field.
Okay.
You need a second? I'll
Yes, I
second
do.
that, yeah.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, do we know what the pixelated size is on these things?
Yep.
I
I
do.
did.
I mean, is it TV quality?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
I think,
Because there's some signs in town that are kind of grainy. Now, if you're going to be walking up to them, they got to be pretty clear for you to read. So.
Like an HD, it's like an HD TV.
Okay.
Instead of like a new type of a sign.
Yeah.
it's not 4K, but it's 1920 times 1080. So that's one step under 4K, I think.
Okay.
So I'm assuming this will have
What is
Wi-Fi
my TV?
connected to it?
Pardon me.
This will have Wi-Fi connected to it? Wireless, or do we have to have hardwire ran
No, it's Wi-Fi.
wireless?
But it,
We got to provide,
huh?
we have to provide internet to it.
But it's got the driver on there for Wi-Fi.
It has the hardware for it, but we have to get it internet.
Say that again, we have to what?
We have to get internet to the signs.
Not Ethernet.
So if it's an Ethernet, you'll have to have a data cable to plug it into. If it's Wi-Fi, it has to be off our Wi-Fi.
That's what I'm saying. It's Wi-Fi enabled.
Yeah, so we'll have to hook it up to our Wi-Fi on this building or wherever we put it. Or you have to pay extra for the 5Gs.
Well, we've got Wi-Fi where at least both locations that we thought these were gonna go.
Yes.
Okay. So no need to run an Ethernet cable to it.
No, not there.
Okay. Any other questions?
The only question I had is the quality of the screen and the effects of the sun on it. I mean, sometimes I've seen them where they get kind of smoky and hard to see through after the sun's been shining on it. I'm assuming if it's going to be out here, it'll see probably a lot of sun on the face. Have we looked at any of these that have been in place for 2 years, 5 years to see?
We did get, Jennifer got references, that's one thing I asked for. I don't have the specifics behind those references, but this is the only company, this IP65, if you look at this page that's got their logo on it, MetroClick, this IP65 is the designation that makes it, if I understand it correctly, the outdoor
Waterproof. Yeah.
waterproof and all that stuff. This is the only company that we could find. There are more expensive machines, but this is the only company that we could find that would guarantee the weatherability, if that's a word, of the sign. So we did check with some that had been purchased on the field. Specifically, when you said 2 or 5 years, I can't guarantee that we talked to any that had them out in 5 years. But some of the others that we looked at, if I understand Jennifer's notes right, we could not find examples where they had been deployed and somebody could give us a good reference. So, I'm not sure that answered every question you asked, but
And I would give kudos to our street department because I know we don't have any curbs that look as bad as the University of South Florida. Those are pretty bad.
any other questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Webb,
Yeah,
Commissioner Stecklin,
Yay?
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Commissioner reports. Doug, we'll start with you tonight. Do you have one?
I think I'm good for the treasurer's office. Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Barwick,
I don't have anything.
Commissioner Stecklin.
I do. Water department, since last report, we had 5 meter pits were repaired or replaced, 2 water leaks repaired, 8 services were updated, and 5 fire hydrants were repaired. If you look around the square, the fountains are coming back to life and they've been repaired, so keep an eye for that. Want to congratulate Connect 360, who had a great food giveaway at the high school on Saturday. They plan on having another one in April and are always looking for volunteers. So if you like to volunteer, it's a great thing to do. So I invite you to come out on that. Got a couple of trivia tonight. First one is just a true or false. The city of Marion once had a resident that got close to being on the Illinois Supreme Court. True or false?
Got to be true.
That is actually false. The city of Marion did, in fact, have someone serve on the Illinois Supreme Court. Not get close. Warren Webster Duncan served on the Williamson County, Illinois Board of Education and was a Republican, serving on the Illinois Circuit Court and the Illinois Appellate Court, and served on the Illinois Supreme Court from 1915 until 1933. He died at his home in Marion, Illinois. And by the way, we also had a second Illinois Supreme Court judge, was not born here, but moved here because he was actually my neighbor, Ed Krantz. Interesting character with him. He was also the Judge Advocate General of the Navy in World War II and was present for the signing of the Japanese surrender on the battleship and had a picture of it in his basement, which was actually pretty cool.
Awesome.
Trivia there. Second one, how many gallons of water would you normally use if you were to take a 10-minute shower?
70.
30.
How many?
70.
7. Oh my, you take long showers.
You said 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. No,
Not that many?
Okay. Actually, the answer is 21. The average is 2.1 gallons per minute. By the average shower length of 8.2 minutes, so 17.2 gallons on average is used. You go through 21 gallons. Keep in mind, if you bought that water at $1.34, it would cost you $28 to take a shower if you use store-bought water. So we have a pretty good deal here in the city for what it costs you to take a shower. So that's all I got.
Use that in our marketing materials, low-cost showers.
We could put that out there.
Jim?
Yeah, the streets departments, we have a lot of drainage problems that we're trying to fix, and pipes going in replacement-wise in Spring Gardens. Working on concrete sidewalks, Mass and Mechanic Street, as well as several other places. Doing some ditching on North Van Buren, cutting tree limbs across town in various places. Still patching some roads. That was pretty hard freeze and thaw we had back in January, and we're still seeing some effects from that. So, as far as the cemetery, we have some updates there from Horner Schriffen that has helped us with our survey crew. We've been adding obituaries as well as photos of the headstones and most of the mausoleums in the 8th edition, and has been added as well as lots H, A, and B in the Odd Fellows. So kudos to everybody working on that. If you look at us statewide, probably countrywide, we're the most tech savvy cemetery around, is not to mention just the looks of it, and the physical part of the cemetery looks great too. So we really appreciate everybody's work on that.
Okay, anything to come before the council under miscellaneous? Anybody have a need for a closed or executive session this evening? Okay, hearing nothing to come before the council or a need for executive session, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion we adjourn.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay?
Commissioner Webb.
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Thank you all.